Okay, good afternoon, all of you. Today, we are going to discuss about one of the important topic in parallel scripting. So, till now, we have already seen about a few topics on arrays. So, arrays in arrays, we are going to see different types of slicing, slicing an array, right? List, merging an array, and different types of variables how we are representing also we have seen. After that, one of the important topic is hashes. See, hashes, we can compare these hashes with our python programming, just like a direct dictionary. So in dictionary we are using the in dictionary we are using two things. One is key and value, key and value pair, same as like here in parallel scripting also we are using key
Oh yeah.
slash value pairs. Okay, so in parallel scripting we are going to identify the hashes with help of percentage symbol which indicates the hash variable, right? Hash variable, it's going to be describe about percentage symbol. To refer a single element of hash, you will use the hash variable name followed by the key associated with the value, curly brackets. Here is a simple example for using hash variable. We're going to see with the program, then you can understand what is the hash and how it will be representing. So here you can see this is the default statement you have to write in parallel scripting. Always uh, hash exclamatory and backslash user backslash bin backslash pearl. So here you can see the percentage is represent always hashes, right? Percentage of data is equal to John Paul 45, Lisa 30, Kumar 40. This is the one of the value and keys and values are inserted in this hash. So here it is acting as a key, it is acting as a value is nothing but it represent in the form of numbers. So the key is nothing but it represents in the form of string type. Here you can see how it is printing. Here you can see print backslash dollar data John Paul is equal to dollar data John Paul, print dollar data Lisa backslash. So this following statement which representing the this dollar is represent the variable. So the hash data of John Paul is a variable. So the variable which is stored, what is the value? 45. Okay, here you can see we are getting 45. Here Lisa is going to store how much? The value is 30. So that's why you are getting the output is 30. So and Kumar 40. Here this is the general programming of representing of hashes. Okay, how create hashes? Here you can see hashes to be created, one of the following statements. In the first method you are assigning a value to named key on one by one basis. Key on one by one basis. Here you can see uh, dollar data John Paul is equal to 45, dollar data Lisa is equal to 30, dollar data Kumar is equal to 40. So this is the one type of representation. What? Hashes. Because it is all comes under one type of key value. It is a key, and this is the value. Like this also we can create hashes. Another more type is percentage of data is equal to uh, in open parenthesis John Paul 45, Lisa 30, Kumar 40. Here also we can represent, and one more representation also is there. Here is like this: John Paul and equal to implies 45, Lisa implies 30, Kumar implies 40. So we are going to represent any of the hash or creating a hash in a mostly this is a one way, this is another way, this is another way, and this is another way. So four ways we can represent or create a hash variable. Hash variable. Here you can see there is a difference here. John minus John Paul implies 45, minus Lisa implies 30, minus Kumar implies 40. So here you can see. Tell me in this data, in this data, the John and Lisa and Kumar, they are representing the values or keys. These are keys. These are keys. These are the values. These are the values. How you're going to see here? You can see dollar value is equal to dollar data of John Paul. Dollar value is equal to dollar data of John Paul, and dollar value is equal to dollar data of Lisa. So what is the, so this is the, here what is the output you are going to get? The value 45 you will get over here. The value 30 you will get over here. This is the this is the input representation, and the output we are getting 45 and 30 for percentage value of John and percentage value of Lisa. Right. Here you can see how you are going to accessing the hash element. Accessing means how you are getting the data from the memory. How you are getting the data from the memory. Here you can see when accessing the individual element from hash, you must prefix the variable with a dollar sign, and they append the element key with curly brackets after the name of the variable. For example, here you can see for accessing, means for getting the value, for that you are using dollar. Okay, for that you are using dollar. Here I can see it is a one type of representation in four ways of representation of hashes. This is the third way of I think it was a third way of representation, because it was implies. Here you can see implies, right? So percentage of data is equal to John Paul 45, Lisa 30, Kumar 40. So you need to print this value. Print this value. This is the value. You want to print this value. For that, what you are going to take? Print dollar data of John Paul slash n. Print dollar data of Lisa. Print dollar data of Kumar. What will the output you are going to get? Anyone, please tell me what will be the output you are going to get? Anyone, please unmute and please say the answer for that.
It was like
Please, anyone, please tell me the answers for this program. 411, yeah, 413. Please tell me the answer for this program. Print dollar data of John Paul slash n. Print dollar data of Lisa slash n. Print dollar data of Kumar slash n. What is the output you are going to get? 411, 412, 414, 427. Anyone? 415, 18 series 415. Please unmute and tell me the answer. Any one, no problem.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please tell me the answer for this program. Is it visible?
Yeah, sir, visible. Yes, it is
Yeah,
visible.
yeah. Please tell me the answer. What?
45,
Okay. Yeah, correct. Exactly.
30, 40.
Yeah, correct. Exactly. See, it is just like a dictionary type. So tell me in this, which one is the value and which one is the key?
Value. 45 is value, sir.
Okay. And key.
Key,
Hmm.
John Paul.
Okay. Exactly. Perfect.
John Paul, Lisa Kumar.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Uh, good. Okay. So this is the procedure. Here is the John Paul is a uh, key and the value is 45, right? So this is the output of this program for accessing the element. For accessing of hashes element, you should use this dollar symbol. Okay, you should use the dollar symbol. And one more thing is extracting slices. We in yesterday's class we have already discussed about slicing. Slicing means cutting into pieces, right? Cutting into pieces. Or here you can see here percentage of data is equal to John Paul implies 45, Lisa 30, Kumar 40. Here how many hash variables are there here? Three hash variables are there. In these three hash variables, I want to take any of two, any of two. Okay. So how I'm going to take? Here you can see at the rate of array is equal to at the rate of array is equal to at the rate of data uh, this flower brackets minus John Paul comma minus Lisa. Print array of at the rate of array. So here you can see here at the rate of data means what it is representing. This at the rate, it representing the array. Array means the sequence number or nothing but your indexing number. So indexing number of John Paul, indexing number of Lisa. So here first indexing is 0 is the John Paul and Lisa is 1, Kumar is 2. So here you can see at the rate of array is equal to at the rate of data of John Paul comma Lisa. So whatever the John Paul and Lisa the values are stored, that values is going to be printed. So here you can see print of array of colon at the rate of array slash n. So what is the value you are getting? 45. John Paul is you are taking, right? So that's why 45. Lisa you are taking that. So that's why you are getting 40, 30. So this is the output for extracting the slices. Slices means so you are going to take an entire array. You can take any of the value which is stored in the uh, hash. So for extracting the slicing purpose, you are using at the rate. At the rate is nothing but array. You are accessing a data from a array. So for that you are using at the rate. For next one is extracting the keys and values. Just now we have discussed about what are the keys and what are the values. Here John, Paul, Lisa, Kumar is R comes under keys and 45, 30, 40 are the values. So here you can see the program, you can understand. So percentage of data is equal to John Paul of 45, Lisa is equal to 30 and Kumar is equal to 40. Now what we are going to extracting keys. Keys means we are getting a key means John, Paul, Lisa, Kumar, right? These are the keys. See how you are getting the keys. At the rate of names is equal to you are accessing the variable. Okay, at the rate of names is equal to keys percentage of d, keys percentage of data. Percentage is representing hash, and this at the rate is not it representing the array. So it is maybe a one array. Array means indexing value 0, 1, 2. In this array, you are accessing the key data. Key means what are the keys? So what are the keys you are having? These are the keys you are having, right? These are the keys you are having from the hash table. So that's why keys of at the rate of, sorry, keys of percentage of data. Here you can see print. uh, this is the dollar names of 0 / dollar names 1% slash n. So what is the output you are going to get over here? Please tell me, anyone. What is the output you are going to get? Anyone, please unmute and tell me the answer. What is the value you are going to get? Anyone? 412. 412. Respond. 18 series 412. Yeah, please tell me the answer. What you are going to get over here? 18 series 412. Guys, are you listening or not? My voice. Okay. And 404. 18 series 404. Please unmute. Yeah, please tell me the answer. What you are going to get over here in this program? 404. I'm remembering your names who are not responding. So I will take one action on you. Careful. 442. Please respond. 18 series 442.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Please tell me the answer. What you are going to get here. The output of this program. Is it visible?
Yeah, visible, sir.
Yeah, please tell me the answer what you are going to get over here. So this is the program, percentage of data, John Paul 45, Lisa 30, Kumar 40. So here I'm written some code, print of dollar of names 0, name 1, name 2. Here I am extracting the key values. What is the output I'm going to get over here? Tell me, predict the output.
The names are John, Pam, and Lisa website.
Yeah, correct. Okay, perfect.
Names of sites.
Yes, perfect. Okay, so we are collecting data, we are getting the key values. So in this array, the keys are nothing but names. So that's why you are getting here names. So similar like the values, same program you can write. There is no change here. Okay, but here he's a he is taking that age is a variable. Okay, at the rate of age is a variable. He has taken the values of percentage of data, values of percentage of data. Here the values, whatever the numbers which are present over here, that will be treated as values. So it will be fetching from each and every 0th location. Who will be present? John Paul. The first position who will be present? Lisa. And the second position? Kumar. So the ages of these people, it was printed. Okay, the ages of the people, it was printed. Like this we are getting the values and keys data from hash. Okay, next. Yeah, this is a one more important, that is checking for existence. What it mean by existence? For example, we here we have only three three uh, three persons data, But when we are going to take any of the huge database, we have lot many of numbers. We are unable to find out whether we are searching for one number. We are generally we have a habit of find find is a option. Find is an option we are having. In that find option, you can give whatever the name you can find in the particular document, whether the in that document that value what you have typed in the find box, it will be present or not. If it is present, how many times it was present, it will going to show. The same process here also going to be useful. So here we are using a exists command. Exist command. So here we have only three people of information. If we have 1 lakh people of information, we are unable to find by seeing visually. So for that, we are checking the database whether I am giving any name, that name will be present in this data or not. So how I'm going to check? So with help of exist function. So here you can see this was the data which is in the form of array form. So it was a percentage, means it is a hash data which is stored. It is in the form of array form. So I'm checking whether Lisa is present or not. For that, if exist dollar data of Lisa, dollar data of Lisa, because this was nothing but these all are the variables. These all are the variables. So that's why. So I'm taking dollar data of Lisa, which is exist. If it is exist or not, I'm checking. So first, so here you can see if it is exist, if class is satisfied, okay, if Lisa is present in the above array, then print Lisa is percentage dollar data of Lisa, years of old. Dollar data of Lisa, what is the age of dollar data of Lisa? 30. So what it is going to be printed in the output? Print Lisa is 30 years old. If Lisa is not exist in this data, then the else part will be executed, because already Lisa is there. So that's why if condition is satisfied, this statement was printed. If the Lisa is not present in this database, so it will be go for the else part, print I don't know age of Lisa, right? So here you can see. So you are the you are getting Lisa is 30 years old. So you are this command this print statement was executed because the Lisa was present in the above data. Okay, about data, right? So this is a if condition and else condition. And getting the hash size, this is a one more important. What for example, we like here we have three people information, name and age. Like this 1 lakh people are there, we don't know, we are unable to count, because if we don't have any serial number in the database, is it possible to count 1 lakh or 2 lakhs? It's not possible. For that, we need to identify how many elements or how many values are stored in the hash. We can use a command like, here you can see. So the size is a command. Size is a command which help of the size we can predict what how many values of values are keys are present in the your hash table. Here you can see he is going to find keys. So this is the percentage data is equal to John Paul 45, 30 and 40. At the rate of keys is equal to keys percentage of data. Dollar size is equal to at the rate of keys. Here you can see this size is represent how many keys are present, that many number of people are present. Simply we can identify. Here you can see print one, print one. It's a statement one. Hash size is hash size is uh, dollar size of slash n. At the rate of values of data equals percentage of data. dollar size equal to at the rate of values. So how many values are present, how many keys are present? Here you can see at the rate is indicates array. This is a array. In that array, how many keys are present, how many values are present. Okay, so like this it is going to be represented. This is the output. How many values are, how many keys are present here? 1, 2, 3. So that's why you're getting the output is 3. So how many values are present here? 1, 2, 3. So that's the value you're getting over here. So this is a print first statement, print second statement. Hash size is a percent dollar of size slash n. Hash size is a dollar size of slash n. Here this size is represent value, this size is represent keys. So that's why you are getting the 333, right? So like this, add and remove the element in the hashes. So this is the information which is stored. In this, we can add one more value and remove one more value, or remove as nothing but delete a function. How you are going to add and remove? So here you can see at the rate of keys equal to keys of percentage data, dollar size equal to at the rate of keys, print hash and dollar size. Add an element to the hash. How you are going to add? Here you can see dollar data in brackets. uh, Ali is equal to 55. Add keys percentage of data, dollar size at the rate of keys. You are adding a one key key value to the your above data, right? Here you can see print to hash size equal to dollar size, and this is a delete same element from the hash. So here you can see how it will be added. So hash size is first initially hash size. Here first print statement is what is the initial size of keys in this hash. So initial is 3. So after that you are adding Ali 55, right? So after that you have written print now a print statement 2. So hash size of 2. So one value is added, so that's why you are getting the hash size is 4. After that you are going to delete the whatever Ali you are added, that will be deleted with the help of keys of delete uh, dollar data of Ali. So at the rate of keys is equal to keys of percentage of data. So now dollar size equal to at the rate of keys, print hash size a dollar size of slash n. So this third print statement will be going to print the same condition of 3, because your first initially we have 3 elements, next we have added one more Ali, so that's why you are getting 4. Again we have removed Ali, so you are getting 3. In place of Ali you can remove any of the name here, whether John Paul or Lisa or Kumar, any of the name you can remove, that will be removed, so it will be show as 3, right? So with this uh, with this we have completed hashes. In next class we are going to discuss about loop statements. So what are the generally we are going to see what are the loop statements. We have different types of loop statements. So why we are going to use loops when the condition is not satisfied, or we need to run the loop for a number of times. For that we are using a different types of loop statements. So here you can see there may be a situation when you need to execute a block of code several number of times. Programming languages provide various control structures that allows more complicated execution path. A loop statement allows us to execute statements or group of statements multiple times, and the following is a general form of a loop statement in most of the programming language. The Perl programming language provides the following types of loops to handle the loop requirements. These are the few loop requirements. One is a while loop, uh, until loop, for each loop, do while loop, nested loop. These are the loop statements which is used in this your Perl programming. Okay, in next class, we are going to see in detailly what are the loop statements are used in parallel programming. We're going to learn syntax and also with the diagrams. So with this, I'm going to stop my lecture. So if you have anyone doubts, please ask me. And I have sent it already. Guys, please ask me any doubts.